guys, welcome back to the channel. Finn here. You'll be pleased to know I'm back to normal now, so no more croaky voice and unpleasantness. Right, got quite a bit to cover on this video. There is some range footage for you guys who are interested. You'll probably already seen the short because I'll post that up prior to this video. Anyway, I want to talk about the can't even speak today, Victoptics S10 scope, what I was sent to review. It's a 1 to 10 times 24 scope. It's got illuminated reticle. It's the S10 version. It's a LPVO. For those who don't understand what that is or know what it is, it stands for low power variable optic scope. Basically, these are the sort of scopes what you'd usually see on a full bore rifle rather than an air rifle, I've got to say. Absolutely amazing bits of kit for, I would say, target shooting with maybe something like an AR-15, SA-80, A3, something like that. For big game, they're absolutely superb bits of kit, they really are. And for, I bet you good old YouTube now demonetises this video because I set for a human sized target. They're very, very good. I will put up a picture of the reticle. My only issue with this little scope is the reticle is quite thick. If you can imagine the thicker portion, say, of a normal duplex scope, that is about the thickness of the crosshair. It does have like almost a pin hole in the centre where the illuminated reticle is. So when you're shooting at airgun range, just say 30 metres, it pretty much, even on 10 times mag, covers the, I think my target's a 20mm size. It will pretty much cover that. It's the best way to describe it, it's almost the nearest you can get to shooting with open sights but with a scope. It's so what I'm trying to say is it hasn't got a very, very fine wire crosshair reticle on there, and for some of you guys who are into like paper punching and stuff, this probably isn't the scope for you. However, for small game and pest control, it is absolutely brilliant. I've got to say, my opinion of Victoptics scopes has swung literally 180 degrees recently. Well, not recently, over the last 6 months. I did purchase one of these scopes myself, not this particular model, but the 4 to 12 by 44 model, and that has been on just about everything firearm and airgun that I own, and it is performed flawlessly. So let's have a little look at this little Victoptics LPVO. Right, we'll start on this side. On this side you have different colours for the little tiny little circle in the middle of this crosshair, for want of a better word. It is red and green. It's got 5 different power settings on there for different brightnesses. I found this absolutely superb. Today I've been on the range. This rifle and scope combo, I was shooting 12 gauge cartridges end on at 45 metres every time, and it performed flawlessly. There was no issue with either bits of kit here. On top you have the elevation and windage turrets, which are the pull and click. 1 click equals 1/4 of MOA. It came in the box with a throw lever. I love seeing these. I wish more manufacturers would put in throw levers rather than leave them to be an aftermarket accessory or an extra, should we say. Came with flip up sun covers. It also, in the box, came with the little honeycomb end piece for the objective lens, so it'll stop glint coming back from like sunshine and stuff like that. It came with two sets of mounts. It came with 30mm Weaver style mounts, and it came with some 11mm dovetail mounts. I'm not sure whether the dovetails come as standard. However, when I was approached and asked to review this scope, I did ask them to send me some 11mm dovetail rings, so don't quote me on that, but mine came with two sets of mounts. Comes with lovely little user manual, like that, very much indeed, and the cleaning cloth. I've got to say the user manual was in plain English, not pidgin English. It was very easy to understand. I don't know whether it's because I'm reviewing this scope, but also got a little tack patch to put on, Velcro one to put on your hat or whatever, and I quite like it because it's VE, which is my initials, so I'm chuffed to bits with it. Right, more onto the scope. It's got a 30mm tube on 1x mag. It is like almost tree view. It's like shooting through open sights, but a tube with a reticle projected, if that makes sense. And then, like I say, it goes all the way up to 10. I've absolutely thoroughly enjoyed this little scope. I think it's a classy little unit. It is not the most expensive out there. I can't tell you how much it is, guys, because if I do, since I start mentioning prices, YouTube demonetises my videos. Go figure, I don't know why. But I'll leave you a link in the description below if you're interested in one of these scopes, and if you use my discount code, I believe you'll get 10 or 20% off. I'm not entirely sure. When I post a video out, I'll put how much off you'll get, but you will get some money off this little scope. And I've got to say, it's well worth its money. Like I say, Victoptics scopes, they're just proving the worth time again. And I'm almost swinging away from hawk scopes. Something I never thought I'd say. So yeah, all in all, would I recommend this scope? Hell yes. If you're a paper puncher for airgun use, and you're probably not the best example of scope to use from Victoptics, it's not designed for that. It's designed for a larger target service, should we say. But if you're bunny bashing, it's absolutely fine. Rats and anything like that, it's more than adequate. It's better than adequate, should I say. Right, so that's the scope covered. You will see me use this a hell of a lot in forthcoming videos, because this is the second part of the video I want to get to. Right, what guns did I buy, guys? Well, I teased you a little. Well, there you go, guys. It's the HW80k. It's the Luxus model, and it's also the Kurtz model, which means it's got carbine length barrel, complete with suppressor. I've taken this down on the range today, and this, like I say, this little scope rifle combo is shot absolutely superb. So that was one of the rifles, which I suppose you could call the granddaddy of the HWs. Oh God, And of course guys, always the case with me, going from one extreme to another, I got the 30S as well. You'll notice it's not the standard scope on this. This is a 3 to 9x40 wolf scope, which is what I've got purposely for that particular rifle. I have got a 2 to 7x32 what I might change out at some point, but as is at the moment I've zeroed this in and it's shooting absolutely awesome. It was a strange one down on the range. I had another shooter with me, and unfortunately she is very, very camera shy. However, she was using this particular rifle and I was using the HW80, and I've got to say this little 30S shot just as well as its much bigger brother, obviously with a lot less power there, but accuracy wise there is absolutely nothing whatsoever to choose from. And once again it disproves to me that power isn't everything. You don't necessarily need a full power, by that I mean UK legal limit air rifle, to be able to reach out and touch targets at 45 metres. I mean, we were both shooting today at 45 metres, and I've got to say the 30 performed just as well, if not slightly better than the 80. The 80 being a slightly more powerful gun might take a little bit longer to settle in, but they're both 177, which is slightly different from the 80 I got on review a couple of weeks or so ago, which was the 2.2 version. I asked Mark to get one of these in for me, and he has. And Mark is a bit of a sod really, because I took the Cometa back, not realising Mark had a scope delivery, and funny enough of Victoptics, and also wow, and it was so difficult. It's like being a kid in a candy shop. I wanted them all, but obviously that wouldn't be financially sensible of me whatsoever. So I said when I reviewed this 80 I would be getting one, and indeed I had. And I also said I'd be getting the 30, and indeed I have. So it's another 2 HWs to the collection. Coming up in forthcoming videos, Mark has asked me to do some pistol reviews, and incidentally guys, I had quite an interesting conversation with Mark talking about air gunning, and he was saying quite a few people, like especially the PCP shooters, are getting slightly bored with how easy it is to shoot the PCPs, and they're swinging around getting springers and also going into their pistol shooting. So it shows there's obviously more of a challenge there. To be fair, I think I've said this so many times, a PCP isn't terribly difficult to shoot. A good PCP shot isn't necessarily a good Springer shot, but I'll guarantee you a good Springer shot will be a bloody fine PCP shot. So coming up before too much longer, I have an FX DRS to review. I think I will be having an HW100. That's funny I'm saying about PCPs, and those are the ones what come in for review. Yeah, an HW100 and also a HW110. Now if you've seen the photos I put up on the short, I put up a photo of a thumbhole stocked 100 and a laminated stock 110. Guys, I suggest if you're in the market for a Varo PCP, you probably contact Mark quickly, because I haven't decided yet which one, but I've pretty much decided I'm going to get one or the other. I'm swinging towards the 100, but then I keep looking at the beautiful stock on the 110, and I don't know. And I really can't afford to get both of them, but who knows. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this little video. Sorry it's gone on for quite some time. I really need to get out about this Victoptics scope. It's really good kit. Because of how ill I wasn't able to get down on the range and do the video as I should have done when I wanted to, but hopefully I've made up for that now. Like I say, I'll see me using this combo a hell of a lot, and I think that's about it. Oh, other than say, I will be doing some more pistol shooting. Mark has got an HW85 laminated stock. Well, no, I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I'm having a brain fart here, sorry guys. I will be reviewing that at some point, and also he has MTO or MITO or something like that, pre-charged pneumatic pistol he wants me to do a review on, so those will be coming up shortly as well. And if there are any springers, guys, what you can think you'd like me to do on the channel, please let me know and I'll do my damnedest to get it. Like I say, as soon as I get the BSA Superstar, I will be doing quite a bit of shooting with that, and if I can get a Cometa 220, I'll try to do that. And also if I can get a Cometa Fusion, I'll try to do that one. I've already done the Phoenix, so I think a Fusion would be a good one to do next. So as always guys, sorry for waffling on, but I had so much to cover on this. Any questions or anything about this Victoptics scope, if you put it in the comments, I'll do my best to answer you. And yeah, happy Saturday, and I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend, and I'll catch you next time round. Cheers guys. Right guys, we're back down at High Lodge with the HW80, in case you wondered what gun it was. And we've got the Victoptics 1-10x24 S10 scope on it. You will be seeing what it looks like through the scope as such. I've took some stills through it, it's been quite difficult to do. And I'll just show you what this little combination can do. I'm going to go down range. This is at 30 metres, I'm on a different bit of the range today. And if I can pins on the camera, so stand by, you know the usual, you know the drill by now. Let's just big all that. There we go. What I'll do is I will put a 5-shot group down with the HW80. This is in 177, and this is with the Victoptics S10 LVPO scope. Let's see what I can do with it. 5 rounds, JSB exact Diablos 8.44, and they're the 4.53 head size, guys. And I can't remember what I said I'd go for. I'll go for the 12 o'clock target. No, I won't. I'm lying. Sorry guys, I'm going for No, go on, I'll go for the 12 o'clock target. Once again guys, I'm not too bothered about hitting bullseyes. I'm more concerned about how tight groups this shoots. And one more. Yeah, but I'm one pulled slightly low. That's not too shabby at all. It looks pretty much like a one hole group with one pulled off as a flyer. And just so you guys know me, I hate thinking that you'd think I'd cheat. Here we go. We'll talk more about this little scope when we get home, as usual. And I'm going to enjoy the rest of my shooting session. Catch you guys later.